I'm Airway-centered dentist Dr. Hana Khan. Today, I wanted to talk about pacifiers. When you have a baby, the doctor tells you to use a pacifier for the very first 6 months. Why is that? That's because when you place the pacifier in the baby's mouth, it forces the lower jaw to slide downward and forward, out of the airway. The pediatrician's #1 concern is SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. We want to make sure that the baby can always breathe well, so they like to put a pacifier in. Makes sense. But if we continue it for a long period of time, that's going to be a problem because it's going to actually change the development of the face. See, when you put it in the mouth, it produces high suction pressures from the cheeks and the lips. And that presses down on both the upper and lower arches with very large forces, much larger forces than the tongue can counter it inside the mouth. And that leads to a smaller mouth. And that, of course, then pushes everything downward and back into the throat. And now they cannot breathe well. So we want to make sure to wean them off the pacifier as soon as possible and evaluate their airway as they grow to make sure they don't have such a narrow arch. We want to make sure that their airway develops and becomes open enough to allow for adequate breathing as they grow.